Good morning, students. Hope you all are well. So, we are discussing this chapter, Human Respiratory System. So, in our previous classes, we have already discussed some of the organs of our respiratory tract. So, in our previous class, we have discussed up to the larynx. I think this part you have understood. So, today we will discuss from the trachea. So as you can see from this diagram, trachea is the next part of the larynx of our respiratory tract. So after larynx, the air passes into the trachea, and our trachea is known as our windpipe. Okay, and it is cylindrical in shape. Okay, so it is actually it lies from the esophagus and extend from the larynx. Right, so after the larynx, it is an extended tube-like structure or cylindrical in shape. So after the larynx, it will divide, means after the extension of the larynx, the trachea will divide into two bronchi. Okay, so one for each lung, and the wall, the inner wall of the trachea are made up of the hyaline cartilage. Okay, and on the mouth of this trachea there is a valve, there is a special structure that is known as the epiglottis. And what is the function of the epiglottis? It actually prevents the food particles from entering into our windpipe or into our trachea. Okay, so epiglottis prevents the food from entering into the trachea. Next part is the bronchi. Okay, so there are two bronchi that branch off from the trachea. As you can see in the diagram, here you just see there is after trachea there is a two division, and these are the main two branch of the bronchi. Okay, so the primary bronchi branch off into the bronchial tree. Because it is a tree-like structure, there are many differentiation are there, many branches are there. Okay, so where the air passes through the secondary bronchi, which enter into the lobes within the lungs. Right, so after that air reaches into the tertiary bronchi, first from the trachea, then into the primary bronchi, then secondary bronchi, and then into the tertiary bronchi, which are further these are the small pathways. Okay, next is the bronchioles. Okay, so bronchioles are the finest and very thinnest conducting pathways, okay, within the respiratory system. These bronchioles are the last pathways for air before it reaches into the alveoli that present inside our lung. Okay, and where it is combined with the blood. So from here, means from the bronchioles, the blood is first pumped, means from the bronchioles, and when it goes into the alveoli, the blood is first pumped back to the heart, and after that the oxygenated blood is circulated throughout the body. Okay, so in this diagram 3.2 you can see the bronchioles and the alveoli, this very thin structure, these are the bronchioles, and this cluster of grapes like structure, these are the alveoli, and it is actually present inside our lung. Next organ, and the most important organ, that is our lungs. Okay, so there are two lungs in human body. Okay, lungs are the very important and very vital organs for our respiration. So these are cone shaped in structure. Okay, and the base of the lungs, they lies in resting on the floor of our thoracic cavity or our chest cavity, on the diaphragm. Okay, so the lungs are divided into lobes by the fissures, means there are different divisions, very thin divisions are there. So the left lung has two lobes and the right lung has three lobes. Okay, left lung has two lobes and the right lung has three lobes, and each of these lobes is composed of many lobules. Okay, so a small bronchial tube enter each lobule, and as it divides and subdivides into smaller and become very thinner, okay, and finally end where? Into the alveoli. Okay, so inside each lung there are lobes, and inside the lobes there are further divided into lobules, and at last finally it ends into the alveoli. Okay, alveoli actually looks like a bunch of grapes, as you can see in the diagram. So the exchange of the gases, means the exchange of the oxygen and carbon dioxide between the blood and the air, occurs through this wall of the alveoli. Okay, and approximately there are 300 million alveoli are present in our lungs. Okay, so in this diagram you see figure number 3.4, it's actually showing our lungs and also our diaphragm. Here you can see the trachea, and after that the tracheas are divided into the bronchi and the bronchioles, and these two lungs are there, and you can see that the left lung has two lobes, the upper lobe and the lower lobe, but the right lung, it is divided into three parts, upper, middle and the lower part. Okay, and inside these lobes and lobules the alveoli are present. Next is the diaphragm, and you can see it is actually a sheet or a muscle. Okay, it is a sheet of muscle, and this muscle used in the process of the inspiration, means taking of this oxygen. So it is a dome shaped sheet of muscle that is inserted into the lower ribs. And what is the function of this diaphragm? As the diaphragm contracts, okay, when the diaphragm contracts, the volume of our chest cavity or our thoracic cavity increases. Okay, and then the much amount of air will drawn into our lungs, right? Next is the alveoli. So the alveoli are the areas where the oxygens are transferred into the blood in exchange of the carbon dioxide. So that means that the gas exchange take place in the alveoli, this exchange of the oxygen and carbon dioxide, and the air passes through the alveolar ducts into the alveolar sacs, okay, where it meets the capillary networks. Okay.